I have some devastating or potentially exciting news regarding the fourth dimension to share with you. If the fourth dimension exists, one of two things are possible. Either we ourselves possess the fourth dimension and are beings of four dimensions, exciting, or we possess only three dimensions, and in that case do not exist at all, devastating.
I'm gonna go with the exciting option, and this is why. When people die, they report what they see in a very, very unique way. They don't say, as most people think, just that they see everything from above. They do, but at the same time, they also see things from multiple perspectives at once. I was able to see the sofa and my body simultaneously from all directions. I saw my body through the sofa. I could see the top of my head, and in the same time, I saw my left and right sides, and the sofa from below and from above, and all the room like that. I was everywhere at the same time. So, that to me sounds a lot like a fourth dimension.
This two-dimensional creature has locked some precious gems away in a safe. She's checked the safe from every angle and is sure that no one will be able to break in without a key. But she hasn't taken into account the idea that a three-dimensional creature, such as myself, might be peering in from above. She doesn't even know the concept of above.
When you consider a higher dimension, you think of it as perpendicular to yours. In the case of 2D, if we think about perpendicular to a plane, that's 3D, and that's why Tibbs is saying seen from above. But for us, it will be a dimension perpendicular to all of our axes, like width, length, and height. And that's what 4D will look like.
We should keep an eye out for ourselves. A four-dimensional creature could steal from our safes without a key, could take the yolk from an egg without breaking the shell, appear in a closed room, or see inside of our brains.
I was surprised that I could see at an angle of 360 degrees. I could see in front and behind, I could see underneath from far, I could see up and close and also transparently. I remember seeing a stick of lipstick in one of the nurse's pockets. If I wanted to see inside the lamp which illuminated the room, I could manage to. And all of this instantly, as soon as I wanted to. I could see how people were dressed. I could see the sandstone wall and also the stone slabs on the floor. And now for the part about the axes, I'm gonna skip a bit. I could see with multiple axes of vision from many places at once. This is the reason why I saw this plaque under the operating table. From a completely different angle, since I was up there by the ceiling, I still managed to see this plaque located underneath the table, itself covered by a sheet.
The fourth dimension is perpendicular to all of our normal 3D space directions, and we have no walls up against that direction.
Physician Jean-Pierre Jourdain was so intrigued by this feature that he started asking directly about dimensions. Did you have the impression of having a larger angle of vision to see in front and behind you simultaneously? Yes, total vision. And did you have the impression you were seeing an object or seen from multiple locations at once? Yes, absolutely. This is what I meant before when speaking of an orientation, but not of a real physical location. Once again, a total instantaneous vision. In 3D, explain the patient, to see an object that is across another, you need to move. But in this instance, it's different. The person is really in front of the object, but the way things are oriented stay the same. Despite this, you can still see the object. You don't need to move. You see the entire scene. On the ground, you need to move to change your angle of vision to see everything. There, you see everything without having to move. But people and things are placed normally in respect to one another. To me, this sounds like a fourth dimension.
So what's stopping us from moving in the fourth dimension? Well, maybe it is that the fourth dimension is so small that our movement in it is unnoticeable. This is a cylinder, and for creatures that live on the surface of the cylinder, they live in a two-dimensional curved space. If we then shrank it to be really, really small, it might appear as a one-dimensional line, even though it is really a two-dimensional curved space and home to our 2D friend. If I saw my chalkboard from very far away, I might think that it is flat and two-dimensional, but up close I can see that it also has depth. Maybe the fourth dimension is also hiding somewhere very small, or maybe we're just too far away to see it.
Alice is peeking from very, very close to see if she finds my fourth dimension. If you want to read more about the study and the sources, I'll leave the link to my Substack in the description.